do it quick, basically, because I've already done a whole video and it didn't work. So basically, as the music plays, you're a cop who's forgotten the last. He's foreign, basically. He's got no memory of who he is, what he is, why he is. You wake up in this hotel room that you've destroyed. Everyone treats you like shite, you're shite, and you go down to the lobby and you come up with this guy in the orange jacket. It's a cop from another precinct, and usually you wouldn't work together, but for this case you are for some reason. You've learned that it's something to do with maybe the workers' union, or there's another, like, people, I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically set in this French town, at least I think it is, I still don't really know. It's called Revachol, and it's a sort of French town in this like European state, so you're kind of a cop but not. So this is like the town square that you've first kind of come across. So this is your partner's car that you've used for basically trying to sort your life out. So I'll quickly go into this. So this is your skills, so I can level up. So I need to actually level up my endurance. I'll show you in a second why. But I've decided these skills, these four, motorics, physic, psyche, intellect, I chose those out of 5. You have a certain amount of points, I chose that, just went for it. You can pick one pre-selected if you want, and then it gives you all these things that I guess you can level up, that all do different things. So I've kind of picked this suggestion as my kind of specialty, charming men and women and playing the puppet master. I haven't really had experience yet of doing that, but I think as you play the game and talk to more people, that'll kind of open up. But basically, these are all different parts of your conscience, I think, really. And as you play the game, they all come into like the conversation. So far, anyway. I've only been playing about an hour and a half, so I don't really know the full extent yet. These are your clothes, they all give you different things, like +1 electrochemistry. What is electrochemistry? I don't fucking know. So savoir-faire? Don't fucking know. I'll find out though. But the descriptions are what's funny, so it's like, now it smells like someone's took a piss in the armpits, your trousers are piss soaked and cum stained party pants, that kind of thing. They give you different things. You've also got tools and shit like this. So I've got a flashlight, I've got a pry bar which I can use. I need to use that for something, that's quite good. I've got chain cutters, a handkerchief and different things. So again, don't know what they do. I've only been playing an hour and a half. Calm down, Ross. So as you play, you get missions, I guess. Things open up, you get told to do things. So your guy's a complete mess. Everyone treats him like shite. You've lost your badge, so you need to track that down. You've also lost your gun, so you need to track that down. You phone your police station for your partner's car, and they all just slag you. They all just laugh at you and take the piss. You have to get the reality lowdown, so your guy's completely no idea who he is, where he is, or why he is. You've only just learned that you're a cop, but you don't even know your name. You ask people to tell you your name, and they're just laughing at you like, what the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? Yep, sing karaoke. So there's a karaoke bar at the cafeteria that you wake up in the hotel. Yeah, you can sing for some reason. Don't know why. Only been playing it an hour and a half. Calm down, Ross. Pissing competition. So apparently there's a bit of a war going on between your precinct and your companion cop's precinct. And these all just open up. So I've done 1 or 2. Like, I've done that. So I asked Kim, the guy, about my case. I reported my badge mission. It even gives you the time that you do it, so again, not sure how many days you get to complete the game or anything like that, no idea. I've only played an hour and a half. Calm down, Russ. Find your other shirt. Seems like, oh yeah, I found that. So that was outside my balcony. Oh, one more thing. These are the most mental thing that I still don't really know. These are thoughts, so yeah, your partner takes, you see it says remaining under logic on the right hand side. That means that in game time, an hour, your character needs to process and think about certain things. I've only had two. That volumetric shit compressor was the body that's basically you're here because somebody's been murdered 7 days ago. It was reported 4 days ago. You've been on a bender for 3 of those days. You've only just woke up. Your partner's here, or the guy that's working with your case is here, and that's basically it. And so you go to the body, and your guy can't handle it. He's hungover. He can't handle the smell. So you keep puking basically, and he tells you, go clear your fucking head and chill out. So you just click this, and it's like internalize. What that means, what that does, I don't know, but it takes a certain, look, that's 6 hours and a half, and that helps your encyclopedia. So I think they help you as you're playing the game. Your guy gets a more grip of who he is, and it helps with dialogue. Not sure, only playing it an hour and a half. Calm down, Ross. So you do a different one, so I'm doing this one, and it'll help me with my logic. So it's like helping you figure out what's going on. So that was the problem, your shit is a partner is rather unbecoming, and the solution, you can, I don't know, it doesn't really give you much. Right, that's that. So you can't really walk up to something. So this car, I can click, but if you, it's not like press R2 and action. So what you need to do, this is where the kind of point and click aspect comes from it. So on the right analog stick, you just press down. So I can talk to him now. I can go to the car, or I can go and talk to this woman who's the gardener. And that's the same for everything. You just move, and then you click on it, and he'll stand a wee bit away, and then that'll be that. So what I need to do, let me talk to this woman. No, I've not spoken to her yet. Let's see what she says.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello, I am the law. Hi. We'll just go for hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of a store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling
Feel free
something.
to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
So, when you wake up in your hotel room, this voice that you can hear wakens you up. It seems to tell you everything about the world, the people, their kind of mannerisms and all that. Whether or not you can trust it, I don't know. I've only played an hour and a half. Calm down, Ross. But as you say, it comes up empathy. So it does come up with the individual skills that you've got, and depending on how high your ranking is, will be success or failure. And then you then get a choice at rolling. Again, it's not difficult. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show you a roll. But it just basically tells you you've got 70% chance of succeeding, which I did have in a previous one, and I failed it still because I didn't have endurance leveled up. It's all explained, it doesn't get confusing, it's not hard to follow kind of thing. Let me have a
Kind
look.
of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
You're already learning the value of hard work. Pat on the head. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. So you can say wild things as well. So again, I don't know what the need is or what's important and what's not.
Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Look, wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
So he's already losing patience with you as well, because your guy's a bit fucking out of it. And I've already intentionally said some wild things. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman
You
myself.
don't look much like a policeman.
She examined you as if to find something policeman-like.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh yeah, I've already heard of this guy. People call you Dick Mullen. He was like a alcoholic cop that people have been writing about, so I've heard about him. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. It's not your body that's important in police work. Anyway, it's your point to your head. Well, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul. Not head, child. Heads.
Soul, and the Mullen guy that looks like a Hampelman who could respect that face is not even drawn correctly. Flexibility, there are millions of different people out there and you have to get into the head. Sometimes you've got to be the killer to catch
Isn't that
the killer.
very dangerous?
She examines a picture of Dick Mullen. Policeman live in brief danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
You're goddamn right.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Okay, that's a roll. She's called, this is a white check, so the only complicated thing is if it's a red check mark, you can only try it once. But if it's a white one, you can kind of go back and try it again. So that's a 42%, let me try it.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
So that was a success. Hey, why do you keep your
What
hands
do you
folded?
mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not
She
impressed.
actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
So that happens as well. People say one thing but mean another, and your voice in your head seemingly knows what their true meaning is. Want more, but I can figure out why you bite your nails. I've got a few reasons in mind. Fine, do better. Deduce something about me.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers. Child labour and dismal working conditions. Means you're recycling your body material. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in the town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? And I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What's this? What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? It's a white check, so I can go for it.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard. again.
Oh. So I need to get suggestion up to 4. That's my special one though. Anyway, so there's all these things as well. I don't know what they are. Magazines, I guess. Oh, freaking out. I want to see my skills. My suggestion is 4. So what's it talking about? These wee kids, these two, are wee fucking pricks. So this is the dead body, so you can't actually handle the smell of it. So I had to go and get ammonia to block that out, but you're sick with the ammonia. Your partner tells you to go and get your head cleared, you get your head cleared, and you're still just puking up. So what it tells you to do is to level up your endurance. So that is what I'm going to do. There we go, leveled up. Accept changes and close. Oh, this is zooming in, so that's the zooming in. You can get that close if you want, or you can zoom right out. Kinda like it to be a bit there. Inspect the body. Oh, there we go. So I should be able to handle it now.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Right, hopefully this is a success now.
As you breathe in, the odor
Yay.
comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
So see, before, that endurance was empathy, and before it was something else. So again, it's always related to one of your skills. Don't know what all the skills mean. Calm down, Ross. I've only been playing an hour and a half.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
So that's Inland Empire, again, another one of your skills, but I think because I've got that high enough, it's a success. But it was an easy one. But then I think later on, you might not be able to work something out because you don't have the information, you don't have the skill, or you've not thought about something else. Again, don't know, only been playing it an hour and a half. Calm down, Russ.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Armour?
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Oh, fuck, you know. I'll talk to him and then I'll move away and let you get on with your life since you're still watching. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor.
He must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the besmirties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
Piece by piece. He's been out. We should keep a lookout for this bit.
No,
No,
I've clicked to
he
see
must
that
have worn
dialogue.
something precious underneath. Someone could have cleaned the yard, but that's a question for the red hat thing.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. Come here and say it to Kuno's face.
Fuck you, Kuno.
You wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck the Kuno?
Ignore. Say no more. This is about the corpse and inspecting it.
They usually
What? Are you trying to ignore me now, fuckface?
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring and the guy's a total victopaz.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Martinez is like the area, and Ravachol is the name of the city, I think. Again, I think it's fictional, but it's like a United States of Europe, I think.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
No, your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what a security guard can afford.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under
He's
your
gonna
arm.
pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Pull his head off.
There's
There's
no
no
point.
point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? For a full set of armor, I wouldn't blame you. But these boots are hardly worth a disciplinary hearing. There are better ways to pay a hostel bill. Besides,
It's hard to get a read on the lieutenant. What would he do if you stole them? Would he report you or not? Surprisingly, you feel like he probably wouldn't.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
So that's like my skills, perception and all that. I'm a wee bit more intelligent, so I think that's how I can discover things.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Right, what I'll do there is I'll just, because this video will last forever. Aye, so that's the game. RPG, don't know a whole lot about it just yet, about the world, but the dialogue and how you read people and talk to people and how they react to you, I feel like you're going to be able to manipulate a lot and really either be a real nasty cop or a real nice cop. I think we'll soon find out. But aye, that's the game, lads. It's good.